9:42 AM, District Court Defendant Lobby. Mr. Wright. Yes? Why do you look so, unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix? Your client's now practically a dead man walking. Really optimistic here. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? You have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't gonna be easy. You can figure this out. Court now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studio. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. May call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it'll be that producer. The prosecution calls Mr. Sal Manella to the stand. Or that director. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me. I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai noob, Rafu. Sal Manella, I'm a director, television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. Doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. The day of the murder. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning I was doing an action scene run-through. Took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 PM. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Let's just press things until I get a better idea. Is that when you always come into work? Oh, no, I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know, I like the freaks in your industry. Still, WFWIW. I don't know what that means. I was pretty busy that day. Frowny face. Tell us more about that. In the morning I was doing an action scene run-through. In the employee area? That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Hello. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us four. Took a lot more time than I thought it would. Why did it go on for so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through. Alright, thus the limp. Which of course led to me missing my lunch, Ralphs. What's that mean? Rolling on the floor starving? For what that's worth. I have not learned information. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak. The assistant cooked up some. When I think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. Had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, ended up skipping lunch. So in the end you didn't get to eat. Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? Must have been tough. Phoenix? Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? He talked about eating steak yesterday. Yeah, it does seem a little odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manella. Huh? What did you want? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? No, good call, Switz. I was embarrassed to, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took 1 break during the meeting. I wolfed it down then and drooled. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. You're in the meeting until around 4. Just press out the things. I know that nobody went outside, it's the one we need to go to, but just wonder what else we can get. What were you discussing? The Steel Samurai story, and our budget. Get this, the sponsors turned to me and say, Mr. Mineta, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it? Actually, I kinda can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting? You didn't take a single break. Well... yeah, not a one. Huh. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Wait a second. Mr. Manella, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during the break? Oops, Raffle. Well? Mr. Manella, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess I did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. Uh-oh, Edgeworth is laughing. Yeah, FWIW, we took a break, Raffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1. Lol. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak if you ask me. Steams. Steams? Steams? What the fuck? I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Yeah, if I did, it took a break, Raffle. Only 15 minutes. Blah blah blah. Why is that? Only just enough time to eat too much steak if you ask me, and then he steams for some reason. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my best steak. There were 2 plates on the table. Alright. The other one was D. Vasquez's plate. D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat. What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30. That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and came back. I guess it's possible, time-wise. Huh. I have to say, you look like a guy who gets through his meals pretty fast. Well, I was facing a cold, slightly chewy T-bone steak. Even if I had to take my time eating that, even I had to take my time eating that kind of food, lo. Well, Phoenix, that testimony was too short to wring any kind of useful information out of it. All I had to do was prove that he was able to go to Studio 1 in that time. Great, is that all? I don't like to use evidence, and I can't confirm anything. That actually speaks against it. How do I try to say that he was able to go there because his fucking thing is blocked? Okay, thank you for ending it for me, Edgeworth. Have we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you weren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1. Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. You claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1. They want me to. I don't think they did. I'll try though. It's only 2 points. Surely I won't go through them all, right? If I agree to let everyone in the trailer off the hook, then the trial's over. Mr. Powers will be found guilty for sure. The victim was murdered at 2:30, the exact time of the break in the meeting. For 15 minutes, murder is certainly a possibility. I suppose you might say that. Alright, I've got the judge thinking now. Never a dull moment with you, Mr. Wright. What's your point, Edgeworth? You've been doing your homework, haven't you? Look at the court record. The court record? Surely you knew that from 2:15 to 4, the path between the studios was blocked. Mrs. Monkey's head had fallen across the path, Mr. Monkey. Whoa, you're right. Thought it was Mr. Monkey. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. Mr. Monkey, yeah. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked, and it's absolutely impossible to go through the woods, as you'll notice from this spot right here onward. It is literally just a painted, solid wall. The fall of Mrs. Monkey's head barred the way. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. No counter-argument, Mr. Rat. I'm afraid you lose this round. I believe we've seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. Mark, it's over? Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, this prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order, I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. I claim the kickball. 11:04 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. What do we do now, Mia? If everybody in the trailer has an alibi... Sorry, Phoenix. Guess I was wrong. Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is. What's gonna happen to me? It kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you're innocent, we'll prove it. I guarantee it. Give it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai hero to children everywhere, after all. You. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. For the kids. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we've worried that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hawkins to the stand. Can somebody get him a box? Your Honor, perhaps you could... Thank you. Perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on. Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. He's very light if a donut crate will do it. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness. What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around. Cody? Answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady, with the tits. I'm Cody Hawkins, 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is gonna be a long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were at Global Studios on the day of the incident. You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just, Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. I prefer bearded gentlemen myself. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. Duh. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if you had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of it in the court record. Cody's camera added to the court record. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path, so the old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. You can't have one character actively going through the woods and the other characters say no, they couldn't have possibly gone there because there was a statue on the path. Fuck it though. We'll work around it. I got kinda lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. The chat box needs to be slightly lower. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell ya. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid's tougher than most adults we see in here. Wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal? You really like the Steel Samurai, huh? Of course I do. I taped every show. I go to all the live performances. That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park? Of course. Duh. My dad always takes me. Poor dad. Found a map on the internet. Was that day the first time you've been to the studio? Actually, I've been a couple times. I never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling. Right. Please continue. Chill, Pops. I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk if you cut me off all the time? Jeez. I went through the woods off the path so the old lady wouldn't catch me. Off the path? Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? You go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was. See. Anyhow. Going for the studio. Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio? Unusual? Did you see this monkey by any chance? Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted. So you went straight to the studio. You got lost in the woods. Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? There's the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai. Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was talking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside, talking about something with who? Camera? I see. What then? Totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. What sort of bad guy was it? A guy? Person, kinda tall, skinny? Pretty sure it was a guy. I don't know. It's kinda far away. Being awfully vague. What? What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kinda didn't move. Not a bit. Like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor. Yeah, I suppose he was. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix? Remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, be firm. Easy for you to say. If I had my camera? If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Okay, what do we got? Do I present the camera with the if he had it? Guess I have to, right? Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh, was I putting the pressure on too much? What's this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, the digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what? You got a problem with that? There's his box. So, you did have a camera. did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well, please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, the Steel Samurai rules. All? Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Rat, your cross-examination. Not getting a lot of wiggle room here. So why didn't you use your camera that you had with you? He's getting to that. Relax and listen. Too busy watching the real thing. So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away? Not even once? No? Okay then. Tell us exactly what happened. Yeah? Get into that. Goes for the bad guy. Wham. So the bad guy attacked him first? Yeah. I told a person was this bad guy. I told you a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? Kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see. And what happened next? And the bad guy stopped moving. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick, and a samurai punch, and a samurai chop. Something like that. Still being vague. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Fuck it. Cody? What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? That you missed the most important part. What's the meaning of this? The witnesses stated what he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? Alright, my point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order. Mr. Rat, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have witnessed something might have missed something so vital? Well, that's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you can figure this out. Mr. Rat, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? I don't know. He was watching something else. The monkey fall? Maybe? I don't know. He missed the climax of the fight because he was looking at something else. Probably something else. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai, fight? What do you claim he was looking at? The statue falling over. Come on, think of something. Mr. Rat, please refrain from making baseless claims. Yes, sorry, Your Honor. Do you have another explanation for this? You've ascertained that he's a great fan. Why wouldn't he watch the climax? I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from this fight? Big thing you found? I don't know. Nope, that didn't work. Guess he couldn't watch it. How could he calmly watch a murder taking place at his age? Come on. Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. I have to agree. Mr. Wright, you have another explanation. Person walking, sleeping things, not that. Camera. This thing. Has to be one of these, right? So maybe this? Nope. Fuck. Well, that said though, he's not penalizing me. So I can theoretically just go through everything. Here's my proof. The camera. I'm just figuring out how to make it work. What's that? The camera? The witness stated he recently received the camera. I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah, correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? As he was looking at his camera. He's trying to take a picture. I was thinking maybe it happened at the same time the monkey was falling down and he took a while bleeding out because, you know, prop spear is not real spear. It would have also allowed the murder case to take more of a accidental thing, but the sleeping pills kind of work directly against that. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? Got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there, watching his hero, and not take a picture. Right. Cody? There was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight. And that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix? I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. No photo? Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Rat? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Pops? Called your Pops, you spiky-haired geezer. Geezer? I'm Mr. Edworth. I guess I'm the bearded gentleman. What I hate about grown-ups, you're all so self-conscious. Off with the kid gloves, testify, witness, testify! Yipes. Just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah? Did you notice anything unusual? I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely? Like broken ankles strange, or... I held up my camera to take a picture. Why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons, I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture, I really did. But the lens wouldn't open in time. When the lens opened, what did you see? A person on the ground and a Steel Samurai. Oh? Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture. Yeah, I would've, once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Nah, he definitely would've. There's gotta be something before here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye. How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. You erased them? Yeah? Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai, victorious? Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? He's becoming less and less cooperative. Better find a clear contradiction soon, or have some solid evidence. Cody? What? Every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I got an every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam. I got them all. Never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody? Did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Mr. Rat, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order. Mr. Rat, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. What the fuck just happened? No, wait, no way. Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is, I'm confused. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually? Yes. Pretty sure that what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Rat, please explain to the court, and the people observing, what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? The Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way. It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone. Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There's a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order. I will have order. Witness, Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay, you're right. The Steel Samurai fell down, and then he didn't move. Tears. Order. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Rat, what's going on? Apparently we've all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? Steel Samurai was the victim? Weird. If you understand what really happened, it's really actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jackhammer was the Steel Samurai. He could wear the suit. Order. So the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in his costume was the victim, Mr. Jackhammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jackhammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Mrs. Oldbag said in her testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone back to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jackhammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room, and he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? A photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick. No way, man, not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Sniffles. Here, this is it. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Rat. I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix, they were at Studio 2. Mia, what? Look at the photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. Photo's all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly, I don't see why not. Phoenix, show them. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. I wanna... Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? A number? Yes, well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? Yeah. I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But... that's impossible. Huh? What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1, with no blood. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor? Here is the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Studio 2. Here, it's Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The path was blocked. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we've heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in reality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There is a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside, eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order. The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer's the victim. Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I do have proof that it wasn't that one guy, at the very least. I have proof. You do? You do? Now that they're surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. He's dragging the wrong leg? Maybe? I want to use this. It's my attorney badge. Okay, try that. If it doesn't work, go for this. Maybe it's the wrong leg that he's dragging. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills. The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes, but there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. An idea? Continue. Run a test of Mr. Powers' blood. You should find traces of the sleeping pills. This much time after the day of the murder? Even if there were traces, it still proves nothing. No blood test could tell that Mr. Hammer was the one who drugged him. Yeah, you're right. Didn't work. I have an idea. Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on the bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well, this court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hackett's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned and there's a dog being annoying in the background. Phew. That was a close one. You were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during that trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks.